Happy New Year, lore lovers! Oh wow, time has just really flown by. I feel like it was just a few months ago, it wasn't even New Year's. And Tara looked like this! Look at his face!
Stop showing people that! It was funny the first time, but now you're just being a bully.
Oh Tara, you and I both know you're the evil twin of this relationship. I mean, remember the incident.
Oh, whatever. That wasn't so bad, and we survived, right? Anyway, why are you telling everybody it's New Year's?
Oh, I kind of cheated and saw what we were talking about. You mentioned the New Year. Why do you think it's the New Year?
I don't. It's part of today's video. It used to be the New Year.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, let me explain it to you then. Hey, lore lovers! It's that time again. We're talking about the Zodiac, and this time it's all about Aries. If you've been following along, you'll notice I've covered quite a few Zodiac signs already. However, Aries is the first in the Zodiac calendar. In ancient times, April 1st, which was in the middle of the sign of Aries, was considered the new year. It wasn't until the implementation of the Gregorian calendar that the new year was changed from April 1st to January 1st. Those who still celebrated the new year in April were considered April Fools, and that's how we got that unofficial holiday of April Fool's Day being April 1st. I'll probably cover more of that in a later video. This one is all about Aries.
Wow, I thought April Fool's Day existed because people in the old days actually had a sense of humor and wanted to celebrate it.
Aries is considered to be one of the most powerful signs of the zodiac and is represented by a ram. The ram hasn't always been the symbol for Aries. In ancient Babylon, it used to be the agrarian warrior, which is basically a farmer who's also a warrior. It's unclear why they changed it to the ram, but by the time ancient Greece got involved with the zodiac, Aries represented two myths. The first being about the golden fleece. King Athamas of Boeotia took a new wife after his first one died, and her name was Ino. Ino was so jealous of the existing children that she plotted to kill them. She poisoned the crops and secretly sabotaged other parts of their livelihood. She then bribed an oracle to tell the king that a blood sacrifice had to be made of one of his own children. And King Athamas agreed. From the underworld, Nephili, the king's first wife, prayed and pleaded with the gods to save her children. Zeus finally did, sending the golden ram of Aries to their rescue. The ram, which could fly, whisked the children away to safety. The children sacrificed the lamb to give thanks to the gods who saved them, and it said the golden fleece is now guarded by a dragon in the town where they found safety, called Colchi. And it's there they live the rest of their life, safe from Ino. The other myths revolving around the sign Aries revolves around the god named Ares, who's the god of war. Ares was so bloodthirsty, he lived among the people of Thrace, who were said to be constantly battling with the other tribes around them.
Maybe they were constantly battling because the god of war was with them.
Anything is possible, I guess. Ares was well respected and a great leader, but he was hated by his own men as Ares constantly sought after more and more blood. Ares was also at odds with his sister, Athena, who is the goddess of strategy and wisdom. She always saw bloodshed as the last resort. She would prefer to negotiate or outsmart her opponent. Meanwhile, Ares was single-minded and charged headfirst like a ram into battle. He was of the philosophy that might is right. Ares was a well-known god well before Homer ever wrote about the Greek gods. Because of this, there are dozens, if not hundreds of myths about Aries, and each one has dozens of different variations to the story. Now, the sign Libra is said to be the most feminine of the zodiac, and on the opposite side of the calendar is Aries, who's said to be the most masculine of the zodiac. Aries is represented as extremely masculine and the hero of most stories, or the heroine in some cases. It also represents virility and the renewal of life, which was very fitting when it was the beginning of the new year. In Sumerian mythology, Aries represented the god Dumuzi. He was the consort and son of the goddess Inanna, or Inanna. Originally, fertility of the earth came from the mother goddesses, like Inanna, but this slowly evolved to include Dumuzi as well. In this view, Aries the ram represents the goddess and her consort, who create the natural cycles of life. However, since then, it has been split in two, so Aries is the masculine figurehead and Libra is the feminine. Now, you may be wondering why the symbol for life evolved into Aries, the god of war and bloodshed. In ancient times, it was believed that blood was the source of life. So to have a blood sacrifice was to give life to another. If you wanted an abundant crop, a blood sacrifice had to be made. In this light, battles and wars weren't just conflicts, but major sacrifices to the gods to give life to others. It was an extreme honor to die in battle, and it wasn't just the Greeks who thought this as well. In Viking mythology, it was the biggest honor to be killed during battle. You would go to the highest salvation of their heavens, called Valhalla, if you did so.
That makes no sense.
Nah, it's how it was back then. We've come a long way since then, that's for sure. I, for one, am pretty happy we don't do blood sacrifices anymore.
Yeah, you would have been a goner for sure.
I'm not sure if that was an insult or a compliment.
Now that I think about it, I don't know either.
People born under Aries are said to be motivated, quick-thinking, passionate, and confident leaders. They have relentless determination and can build communities by their cheerful dispositions alone. They are blunt, direct in their approach, and get frustrated with unnecessary details or exhaustive nuances. They don't have much of a filter and often get angry and then forget why they were angry. Everything is a game to them that they can win, and they get easily bored. They can be selfish, impatient, and have a quick temper. While they're great at starting things, they're quick to boredom, and being easily frustrated leaves them abandoning projects and tasks very easily. If you try to control somebody born under the sign of Aries, they get irritable fast. They're vastly independent. They like to be their own boss, but that doesn't mean they hold themselves accountable for their actions. Well, lore lovers, what do you think? Are you an Aries? Do you know somebody who is an Aries and it sounds like them? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked today's video, be sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to be alerted for when the next video becomes available. Until next time, lore lovers.